Hey, it's me, MLB. Here is chapter 36 of Shattered Image, and this one is titled, These Two. They would have a breakfast menu, Sero replied, watching you shuffle towards him. I'll see what's on there. More 5-day-old stuff, you teased, poking him in the stomach, which made him crunch over and chuckle. Hey, what are you doing? He laughed. Why, you ticklish? You asked, a devious smirk pulling at your lips while your eyes glowered mischievously. No, he replied, smacking your hand away when you went to poke him again. You totally are, you liar, you teased, trying to use both hands to tickle him, which made him have to use both of his hands to defend himself. Hey, no, come on, don't, he chuckled, doing his best to thwart your efforts. Stop being so quick, you teased, complimented him. Let me tickle you. Nah, he replied, backing back down the corridor to the door and reaching one hand back to thump urgently on it. The rather abrupt knock brought the immediate attention of the guy on the other side, and the door was opened suddenly. The guy with the keys, concerned that something was terribly wrong here, but instead, you and Sero came stepping out, both of you laughing as you tried to tickle him and he tried to avoid you, the pair of you heading off down the hall. Sero walking backwards and you shuffling forward, still trying to tickle him and yelling threats the whole time. The guy was very confused as he just watched you both disappear and then shook his head. I know he said that they weren't dating, but damn, that's one zesty friendship, he mused. Further on down the corridor, you were still at it. I'll quirk you, you threatened Sero. I'll quirk you, he replied, actually deploying some tape from his elbows and quickly wrapping it around one of your wrists and then your body and locking one arm to your side. Keep going and I'll do the other side too. I'm not playing. You struggled to get out of his tape's grasp, but couldn't, so threw your body against him. He hadn't been expecting you to body slam into him, but grabbed you in a hug to stop you both from falling over, and then swiftly stepped around behind you so he could lift you up and carry you a bit. Hey, put me down, you yelled with a grin. No, he chuckled. You're dangerous. You're a sook, you teased back, allowing him to carry you with his arms locked around your body. Are you going to behave? He asked after you stopped wriggling and let him carry you for a bit. Only if you take this damn tape off me, you shot back. Deal, he said as he put you down and then pulled his tape off you. Ugh, you replied, trying to act like you hated it. Now, this is where you say thank you, he replied smartly. You just turned and poked your tongue out at him. That's not a thank you, he said. It's sign language for thank you, you replied quickly. Somehow I don't think so, he replied with a smirk, looking up as you both entered the cafe together. You spotted a free table and grabbed his arm. Over here, you said, pulling him with you over to the table. He obliged, enjoying your hand on his arm, but still feeling a little down about the brother comment. Have I been brother-zoned already? He thought sadly. Man, what a bummer, and I'm really into her too. Hello, Earth to Sero, you said as you let go of his arm and sat down. He stood beside his chair for a second and looked at you. Oh, what? He asked. Sorry, I kind of spaced out for a second. Nah, you replied. You'd flown to Mars. Yeah, sorry. What's up? He asked sheepishly. I said, can you get us some menus? You asked. Please? He replied back with a tilt of his head. Why please? You asked. Please makes the other person want to do something for you. Try it. He replied cheekily. Please menu, you said. I mean, it wasn't perfect, but that was on your first try, so okay, he said, looking around for the menus and spotting them on another empty table. He walked over and grabbed two while you watched him, your eyes travelling from his whole body and then settling on his face when he turned around to walk back to you. Initially, he wasn't looking at you, he was looking down at the menus, so you had a chance to look at him before he looked up at you. Then he saw you were just looking at him, and he smiled. What's up? He asked as he sat down in the chair opposite you and passed you a menu. Nothing, you huffed, taking the menu and burying your face into it so he wouldn't see the look on your face. How embarrassing, you just got caught looking at him. Yeah, I'm still thinking coffee at this point, he suddenly said, and you looked up over the menu at him. What about you? He asked, looking up at you. I don't know, you replied, your brain not really thinking about food anymore now that he was here. You just wanted to be mucking around with him and touching him. You sighed and sat back in the chair, pushing your legs out under the table until your leg bumped into his. Oh, he said when he felt your leg hit his. Did you need more room? No, you said, still hiding behind your menu and refusing to pull your legs back, leaving them stretched out onto his side under the table. Well, what do you want to eat then? He asked, his leg resting against yours under the table. He's not moving his leg away. Why isn't he moving his leg away? I like this, but doesn't it bother him? You thought, remaining silent with your thoughts. Suddenly your menu was ripped from your hands with Sero's tape quirk, and you froze for a second when he was looking straight into your eyes. Earth to Yin, he teased. Where did you go? To Mars? Shut up, you said, kicking up under his chair, which made him jump, and you laughed. Stop it, he chuckled. You scared me. Wah! I'm a Sero baby, you teased. Suddenly both Sero's legs clamped either side of your one leg under the table, and then he reached under and grabbed you around the knee, pulling you under the table a bit, and you screeched and grabbed onto your chair to stop him from pulling you all the way under, and he burst out laughing. Shut up! You yelled at him, your sudden ruckus capturing the attention of all those around you who looked over to see what was happening. Shush, shush, shush. Truce, truce, he whispered harshly, glancing around when he could see people watching. I'm not trucing with you, you freaking idiot, pulling me under the table, you pouted playfully, pulling yourself up to sit properly in your chair again. Okay, I'm going to order what I want, and then the same for you, since you steal my stuff anyway, Sero said, standing up. You smirked. You love it, don't lie, you replied. Yeah, kinda do, but whatever. He shrugged with a smirk as he walked past you to go to the counter to order. You were glad that he had walked away at that point. Your face suddenly felt so hot and your heart was acting up a bit and you didn't know what to do. I hate him so much, you thought with a smirk on your face as you clutched your chest. Thankfully you had a chance to calm down before he came back and just watched him as he walked around you and then sat back down in the chair opposite. So, what's plans today? He asked with a smile. More tests? Bro, I don't even know, you huffed. I just want to get out of here. Sero nodded. Oh, again, with the bro comment, he thought sadly. It fell silent between the two of you, and you looked away, slightly uncomfortably, and then looked back at him again. What's up with you today anyway? You asked pointedly. You're acting weird and quiet. I'm not, he replied. Yeah, you are. What is it? You asked. I don't know. He shrugged, knowing full well it was because of all your brother and bro comments. You're such a liar, you replied with a smirk. You know why, you just don't want to tell me because you're a big meanie. No, but I do have a question, he asked suddenly. Have you ever had a boyfriend before? His sudden question threw you, and you spluttered back in reply. What? Where did that come from? Stop asking weird questions, you weirdo, you spluttered. Oh, well, you asked me if I had had a girlfriend, he replied, avoiding eye contact slightly. So I just wanted to ask if you've had a boyfriend. No, why would I want a boyfriend? You replied sharply. Oh, he said sadly. Well, you said quickly. I guess if he was, cool and, I don't know, fun and chill and let me use his jumper and stuff, I guess I'd like one, you replied, avoiding eye contact now. Okay, so, reading it back, I can understand why you guys are, wanting to headbutt walls and are, screaming for me to just get them together. It is painful to listen to these two flirt so badly and then just not do anything about it. But stick with me. It's there's going to be a lot more flirting before they finally get together, but it'll be a very sweet moment, trust me on this one. But I will see you. Oh, there ends the 3 Sero chapters for this week. I'm sorry. I'll see you next. Dora in the comments is gonna be like, I can hear you smiling when you're saying sorry. Okay, hang on, let me just get in character. I'm so sorry. No, you can probably still hear the smirking. I'll see you next week for Heard You Like Me and more of the Sero book. See you then.